when I was just Drew, not trying to impress a crowd. QP or Reggie just trying to get my blessings out. Didn't even want the loud, needing to quiet my mind's traffic. It was moving 1,000 miles a minute. Family and friends, my audience, but my heart, it was in it. Master P'ing it up, no pills necessary. There was no limit to my ambition, no quenching. When I say a gimmick, when I pattern myself after myself, who was there to mimic? No Edgar Allan, Shakespeare's, Hemingway's, I refuse. Not Nikki G, Maya Angelou, no Langston Hughes. Never care why the case breaks, things already had some blues. Yellows, reds, and a hell of a lot of other hues in which to paint my life's mirror, was still I confused most who thought my passion was a passing phase. Same piece of a pocket change just to pass my days, spend it on stuff crunches, chocolate milks. See, that was a craze long before chat books, clicks, and EPs. Never worried what it paid, just the sense of relief it gave, and the thrill of what it made. Just wanting to be heard, far removed from a beat in the booth, catching the fade with my demons, simply breathing some truth about my life, about the peak, about the struggle, the youth. I can't return, but it seems so simple and it was just true.
Okay, so you see the verse, John 12:24. Verily, verily, or truly, truly, I say unto you, that except a grain of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abides alone. But if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. Basically, for me, that just means that I have to drop my pride, or that's basically it. You have to come down off of your high horse, that high place in your mind where you feel like I can handle it all on my own, I can do it all by myself, I don't need anybody, I'm self-made. No one is self-made. No one is able to do it by themselves. And so that's basically why I'm doing this video. I'm creating an Indiegogo campaign that is the reasoning for it. That's what crowdfunding is. It's that we're unable to do what it is that we want to do by ourselves. We're unable to get the loans. We don't have the resources in order to be able to carry out our dream or our vision of what it is that we want to do, whether it be an album or, for me, a clothing line, or not even so much just a clothing line, but an entire company. So to give a brief overview of two sides of the company, because under the main umbrella, which is the Abadnegro LLC, is Azariah Entertainment and Abadnegro Indiamata. Indiamata being Greek for clothing, for those that don't know. The story behind that is, even though they're two separate names, it's actually the same person. It comes from a biblical story of a Hebrew boy from the tribe of Judah who, once Judah is taken over by the Babylonians, he is one of the few chosen people to be brought in under the king Nebuchadnezzar to work as one of his aides or his counsels or his assistants, as you will. And so the Azariah side of things is his original name. His original name is Azariah. And if you look up the definition of that, it means God has helped. And so ultimately for me, I know that my poetry has helped me survive a lot of things. Depression, thoughts of suicide, those kind of things. My poetry has gotten me through a lot of things in my life. It has helped me to vent a lot of the things that I had going on in my own life. And so that's why I picked that name, because God has helped. My gift has actually helped me to survive many of the things that I've gone through. And so it's me using the things that I've written out for my own benefit to benefit others. It's the clothing, it's the performing, it's the just being able to go out and speak to other people and help them to see that you are not by yourself in how you feel. This human condition is not something that is only applies to you, or you're the only one that's dealing with the insecurities or the different issues that you're dealing with. It's not just you. We all have those issues, no matter if you are the CEO of a company or you work a regular 9 to 5 job, or you work at Walmart, whatever it is, we all deal with the same thing. Humanity does not change. I realize that money is only gives you options. It does not change who you are. It doesn't change how you feel about yourself. It only gives you options. And so, like I said, the Azariah is for that. It is strictly to help people, because long before you can ever preach to anybody or you can ever take them any further, you just have to be able to show them that you care. So many of the proceeds from a lot of the designs that we will be selling, that we will be displaying, the artwork, the different things, we will be donating a lot of those proceeds to different organizations, such as Not for Sale, which is a human trafficking organization, House of Ruth, which is helps women and their children that are victims of domestic violence. What are the ones? Black Girls Rock, which is just an organization that is the upliftment or empowerment of young Black women and little girls, that, so that they can grow up to love themselves, to appreciate who they are, to appreciate the different idiosyncrasies of who they are as individuals. What else? 100 Black Men. 100 Black Men is basically that. It's the upliftment of Black men to help men to lead the next generation, to help the next generation to grow into their manhood. Those are just to name a few. I don't want to get bogged down with that. But the other side is the Abadnegro. The Abadnegro Indiamata is strictly about the biblical side of things. Because Abednego, which is the name that Azariah was given by King Nebuchadnezzar once he was actually in Babylon and a part of his council, or he worked for him. He was, one of those high positions. Abednego was his name, unfortunately, due to the fact that himself, as well as Shadrach and Meshach, which were two other individuals from the tribe of Judah, that decided that they would serve no other gods but their one true God. Because of that decision, they were thrown into a furnace, and they were ultimately saved by Jesus, or the Spirit of God came down and actually saved them because of their faith. And so the Abadnegro side is simply being able to put out the word of God in different forms, definitely sticking very closely to the Bible, not using a whole lot of secular wording or secular imagery, sticking strictly to the word of God and just getting the word of God out there. Because I realize that while there are a lot of people that don't believe, there are many that do believe, or there are a lot of people that are lost, that have lost their way. They have lost faith in humanity, and ultimately, and because they have lost faith in humanity, they equate their loss of faith in humanity with their faith in God. And that shouldn't be the case, because God is always true, and he's always real, and he's always present, no matter what your parents might be, no matter what your pastor might be, because so many people get a sour taste in their mouth because of their leadership, the people that are around them and that are above them. Because they fall, they equate that to God falling, and God never falls. God is always there. He is always present. Even when we don't realize that he is always present. And so that's it. It's the wanting to care for the mind and the heart and then wanting to care for the soul. That's what the whole company is about. It's just wanting to care for people, wanting to put my heart out there. I mean, so often we don't want to care about people or think about the well-being of other people, but for me, the well-being of other people is far more important than just my own, because as I build you, you build me, and we eventually build one another up, and we grow, and we move to higher heights. So this is not just a call for financial. While yes, this is an Indiegogo campaign, it is not just a financial thing. I am looking for freelance artists, people that are about their business, people that are about doing whatever it is that they, even if you can't see my vision, being able to hear my vision and execute my vision and not put in your own vision. Because ultimately, and so it's not just that, it's also needing producers, just distributors, manufacturing, any help that can be given is greatly needed and greatly desired and greatly appreciated. So with that being said, feel free to leave your comments down below. But additionally, my Indiegogo campaign is only 60 days long. And so maybe you see this video later and you miss it. And you miss the 60 days. Below, also in the description, will be my PayPal account. A detailed listing of all the things that you will get based on the dollar amount that you donate. Because I don't feel that you should miss out on the things that I'm trying to give out to other people because you didn't get into that 60-day window. But either way, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attention to watch this whole video. And I appreciate any help that you can give, even if you decide not to donate and you're not a freelance artist or you're not a producer or any of those things. Just sharing the video is greatly appreciated. So I thank you for your time again. And that's it.